Happy New Year. So I'm just going to do a quick light brown eyeshadow. I have two cotton pads of eye makeup remover. I'm just going to cleanse my eye area a little bit. And then I'm gonna switch to 2 cotton pads of toner. And I'm just gonna tone my face. You can see there's like residue left over from whatever I was doing this morning. So that's finished. I'm gonna move on to some primer right away. So I'm going to use this one. The one I went in to buy was, I wanted to get the Lancome UV one because it was a primer sunscreen. That's what it was marketed as, I guess. But then someone showed me this one because it wasn't available. And I was like, oh cool, it's clear. And I guess I can use it as a primer. It's okay. I like it so far. I don't even know what the temperature is out right now, but I'm sure it's really cold, like minus 35, something like that. So I'm gonna just do like foundation first with this sponge with a little bit of priming spray. There's like nothing in here, but it keeps like spraying. I'm surprised at how long that's lasted me. So I'm wetting my sponge. I'm gonna put a little bit of my NARS smudge proof eyeshadow base, just a little bit, because I want like no creasing and to keep this area kind of matte, and this really helps with it. Take your time when blending in your primer on your eyes, because I have lots of fine lines and wrinkles and little imperfections, brown spots, you name it, overplucked, scarring spots. I have it all over my eyes. So for concealer, I'm gonna go in with a darker shade, e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, with a white concealer. I'm gonna try this little TikTok thing I seen where you put white here and you just like blend it out. I'm gonna use Wet n Wild with Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1, the dewy and the whatever finish this one is. So I'm gonna start with my concealer. And this concealer is like darker than my skin tone. I'm just trying to use it I'm going with the foundation. Pretty light and pink. That's enough. I don't want too much of that one. This one I'm just going to apply onto the sponge because I didn't blend it out very well last time I used this. And I got it everywhere, like on my shirt. It's like just... it just spits out. So I'm on the perimeter of my face with this one. I'm just going to blend. Or I guess I'm swiping with the sponge. Someone told me I shouldn't do that, but I don't care. I'm doing it anyway. It helps me get it down there faster. Instead of like making sure I dab each individual spot. I kind of just like to really fast. Oh yeah. I forgot to add the white concealer. No. Okay, and just before I finish in this area, I'm gonna grab that white concealer and just put a dot right in the inner corners of my eyes, and then like blend it from there. And be careful not to close my eyes. Oh no, I don't want it to go in my eye. Oh, I need a small mirror. Oh, there. So I like saved it from like running into my eyes, but I'm gonna quickly blend it out with this sponge here. So there we go. And just check it all out. Check it all out. I mean, blend it all out. I'm checking out this TikTok trend though. I think I've seen it on TikTok. There's also a really nice, or not nice, but I mean, another one I've been watching where she does the same makeup look over and over again with the same products, and she makes like demon noise voices, which I think is like hilarious in her videos. And she uses like this one product in the middle of her eyes and she dabs it out, and I'm like, I remember doing that in high school like all the time. That's what I did. That was my move. The like light, super light inner corners with like the dark outer corners with the wing. Asked no one. I guess that worked. It kind of looks like really nice. Using a pure white concealer. And the one I'm using is from Hard Candy. I seen it at Walmart. I was like, no way. Because they don't normally have concealers. And so like I seen this with like the light pink and I'm like, what? Oh, it's new. So I don't know if you haven't used it yet, this is what one I'm using. Just to like lighten up the inner corner area. Just gonna use whatever's left over to prime the lids too. Just gonna go over the brows. I'm actually going over to my mom-in-law's, my dad-in-law, my parents-in-law, and I'll have some ribs over there. Okay, I think that's good enough. I'm gonna set with Airspun loose face powder. I mixed this powder with like a lot of, or with 2 different Maybelline powders, one that was darker, one that was lighter, so it kind of like, it's not the actual Airspun colored translucent anymore. So it's not really like a one type of powder type of thing that I'm using. I'm using a whole bunch because when you buy this powder, there's a lot of loose setting powder in here, and so like when you open up this sticker, it opens up a lot of holes, and it gets a lot of the powder into this. There's like a little small cupped area in here where you can store all your powder. And I kind of just like put powders in there and like let it mix together. And like the translucent powders will just lighten it over time, I'm hoping. But for now, it's kind of like a little bit darker than actual translucent setting powder. I'm just gonna use one of these things. And set one more time with the beauty sponge. Set on here so it doesn't crease too, like my upper lids and my lower lids. There we go. You can see it like changing color. It gets a little bit darker. If I put a big stab, you'll be able to see. The powder is a little bit darker than the foundation, but I'm kind of okay with that because when I blend it out, it blends together really nice. I'm just doing like basically like a bow and arrow. I don't know why I use that, but I'm thinking of something else, I guess. This is the longest part, stamping. Half ASMR applying the makeup. Wish I had a bigger puff, like the same material, like the cheapest. Just doesn't know what to say. Like I got caught doing something. My boyfriend just walked in and I'm like, It just sparked at me. Whatever. It's like I'm getting caught doing something wrong. It also reminds me of the meme when you're getting ready and he says, or he comes back into the room and you're like all baked with setting powder. That's just what happened. Okay, we're not going anywhere. What? I'm just gonna use a big fluffy brush. And I'm gonna buff the foundation powder all over him now. And I'm quite heavy-handed with this. You can tell when the powder's like flying everywhere. Can't take myself anywhere. And I'm just gonna blend down my neck as far as I guess I should go. It's always so hard to judge this part. Like, do I go all the way down? Do I go all the way to the side? But it's winter. I'm like, I'm not gonna be removing much clothing if I leave the house. Oh, my light just died. That's okay. I think you can still see what I'm doing. It's just really dark because it's winter. It gets super dark. Here. Oh. So my base is on. I'm going to just finish it real quick with some lipstick because I don't like the look of foundation on lips. Just a nice little pale nude lip, kind of pinky. Just gonna leave it like that for now. Contour. Use this cute little brush, and I'm gonna go in with Angle in this palette. I'm just gonna chisel on a really high up. My cheekbones are like super high anyway, so if I go, just see them pop. They're like pretty high up, so that's where I put my bronzer. I'm just gonna tap this powder here because when I go over it again with the translucent powder and highlight, it'll just blend together really nice. Right in the temple areas. Trying to avoid like right here because then I'll just do bronzer there when I'm done. My double chin. Gotta do right behind the ear for the jaw. To create that angle there. I don't have one, but I created one. So I'm just gonna grab another big brush with fluffiness on it. can't talk today. Looking for a bronzer. Oh, well, there's one. This one. Coming in. And now I get the middle of my forehead and the sides of where I place that powder. Blush. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use this brush here. It's a little domed. And a highlighter. I'm going to go in with this Hourglass palette and a highlighting brush. And I'm just going to go in with these two here on the side. I'm going to hit my cheek eye area, and the top of my forehead. I'm done with my face, so I'm gonna quickly go over it one more time with one more brush with translucent powder. There we go. One more brush over of everything. And I'm gonna spray down with a matte setting spray using the NYX. And I'm gonna wet this again and just get all the super dry areas. There we go. And now I'm gonna quickly do my eyes and get going. So I'm gonna use this palette and go in with color Orbit. I'm gonna go in with this one called Orbit. And I'm gonna kind of put this in my crease like this. That's my base color. And now I'm going to go in with the brown. I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to go in with Boomy. And I'm just going to make that crease much darker and closer to the lid. And then I twist it going into the inner corner, and I twist it back, the brush, because it's kind of like a domed, flat brush. So I start with the dome to the outer corner like this, and then I twist it so it's flatter when I go into my inner corner. That makes sense. And then that's how I kind of like create like little tiny wings or a contour around my creases with one brush, I guess. Okay, so that's pretty good, or at least I think that looks pretty good. Just making sure I can see the color when I look, when I open my eyes. It's not just like light. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm gonna go in with a shorter packing brush, if that's what it's called. And I'm gonna go in with a polarity, this one. It's like a light gray purple, and I'm just gonna swipe that over my lid. Yeah. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna get a brush and go more detailed now that I know what colors I'm using. Use purple and a brown. I was gonna just do a like brown look, but I don't mind how it's evolving. So that's the color on the lid, the purple. I'm gonna go in with Orbit, cap it off, go above, so I'm not touching any of the purple that's on the lid. Oh shoot. I got a little bit of booming on it and I don't want dark right now. So Orbit again, go into the upper crease, just so you can like see it when you're looking or when your eyes are open. And then I'm going to go into Boomy and really detail that inner corner to the crease. Same thing here. There. And I think that looks fine. I'm gonna get a big fluffy brush into Hourglass, and I'm gonna go into this middle shade here. And it's just a big domed fluffy brush, and I'm gonna flip away any of fallout from that area, because purple this palette has a little bit of fallout, or I always get fallout because my cheeks are right here. It catches all of it catches it all. So there, everything's done. I wanted to do like a Nebula. So I'm gonna go into Nebula, and this is gonna be my highlight. Nebula's right here. I think it's my favorite shade in the whole palette. It's the first one I opened, or the first one I went to. It's the first one I touched, the first one I wore. I just went in there pretty crazy. There's a lot on here, so I'm just gonna quickly hit my eyebrow. And then I'm gonna hit right here in the inner corners, and just the tops of everywhere else I would want highlighter, or this highlighter to be seen, because I think it's a highlighter. It's a very pretty color, very light color as well. Okay, I'm done, and I'm just gonna do some brows. Pencil from Wet n Wild, and I'm just gonna quickly, lightly put this on my brows. There, and my brow is on now. I don't have to, I don't want to focus too much on the brows. I have this brow thing where I don't know what to do with them. I want to try and get them laminated, because I'm not going to do microblading or anything that does like permanent stuff to my face. Well, I shouldn't say that, or I would never do something like that, but wouldn't want something like a tattoo on my face, or something that's not considered a tattoo, but like permanent, semi-permanent, or whatever. I don't want nothing like that on my face, I don't think. I have changed my mind before, but I'm not too sure about that one. So I'm just making little hair strokes. Because when it touches the skin, this pencil, it tends to warm up. And then it becomes more malleable to use the pigment that's in there. I feel like I'm rambling. I know, okay. I'm gonna try and stop talking. Super light brows. My brow crisis. I guess I'm scared to do anything with them too, because I've shaved them off. I've been so upset with them. So I'm not doing that again or ever again. But it's happened. So I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild brow now. I'm just gonna quickly run this through it. And I'm gonna finish the look. Do I have everything here? I think I do. To actually glue down a pair of lashes. I didn't even trim them. I just like put them on my eyes. I was like, there. I did it. I chop off quite a bit too. I have tiny eyes. I'm gonna do a quick liner. Okay, I'm gonna glue them. I'm using pure. Am I using it? Can't open it. I'm using Quo. It's a quick lash glue. It's not my favorite, but it's good in a pinch. I tend to overdo it sometimes. So I'm trying to take the glue off from that lash and put it onto this one now. Because you don't need a lot of lash glue. Just enough for it to stay on. Go. Just gonna let them dry like that. I got a pair of pointy tweezers. I'll put them on. Oh, I don't even have a liner on. I wonder if I can get away with it. Let's try it. I've never been that good at putting lashes on. But hey, it's a new year. I don't think I can do it. Yeah, I can't do it. She's broken. Okay, I got that one on. I'm gonna get this one. Try no liner look. There we go. trying to separate my lower lashes that got stuck with the glue. Because that happened, I don't know why. I got really curly eyelashes on the outer corner. So a lot of the times I glue my lashes right along to the lid itself. So I always have to make sure I go in there, make sure my lashes aren't glued. There we go. That's kind of cute. I'm gonna just do my inner corners. Like that. There we go. It's kind of hard. And now I'm gonna put mascara on. Oh, I'm gonna put some of this on my brows too. It's oh, what the hell? It's just like, you know, it's like a brow topper from L'Oreal. And now I'm gonna do my lashes, my underneath lashes, because they got like purple eyeshadow on them. So I'm just gonna try and blend them with the falsies now. One swipe's about good. You don't want them clumpy or dirty lashes. So I try to just do like one and wiggle it back and forth. Yeah, a little bit right there. But that's a different look. I haven't done this before. I like it. So I'm gonna wait for that to dry. Put on some Pretty Please because I want like a light nude lip. I'm gonna curl them together while they dry. There, that's good. I didn't even like clamp them down. I just kind of like let them close on their own. So I'll get the lashes in there. Like this. And I'll just kind of like that. And I won't go too crazy. Just gotta wait for it to dry. And I got like little small things there, but that's okay. I think my look is done. Just have to fix my hair a little bit. Come brush it. Oh, it's not coming off. Hold on. Do you see that look? Yes. My pores. The thing that won't come off. Well, Happy New Year, and I hope you liked this purple mauve brown. Get ready with me.